hope that you will find it here. We're a community of many different identities and beliefs. We're bound not together not by dogmas or creeds, but rather a covenant. We covenant to create a welcoming and inclusive and loving community. We need not think alike to love alike. In the spirit of building this community, let us recognize the many, many volunteers who helped put this service together today. You to silence your phones, and Zoomers, we invite you to say hello in the chat if you haven't done that already. As we worship today, let us acknowledge that our church property rests on the sacred ancestral homelands of the Ahachiman and Tongva peoples who seek justice and responsible stewardship. We begin our worship today with the lighting of our chalice, and this morning I would like to bring up the most recent new member of our church. And by most recent, I mean just a few minutes ago. This is Marilyn, everyone. Marilyn comes to us part-time because she also is a UU and attends a congregation in Oregon. She has decided to be here today. She is a therapist and a lovely, lovely human being. And if you haven't met her yet, please introduce yourself. Love is the spirits of this church, you got it. And service is its law, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth and love, and to help one another. This we affirm together. And I would like to have everyone stand in mind, body, or spirit, and join us for our opening song.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. I'm scared too. I'm scared too. But here I am. But here I am. Right next to you. Right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love.
Thank you. That was lovely. Our call to worship today is from Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through a desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes over prairies and deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, this world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. And now I would like to invite Daniel Lewis. Nope. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I missed a song. Thank you.
As we come marching in the beauty of the day, a million darkened kitchens, 1,000 workshops gray, are touched with all the radiance that a sudden sun discloses. For the people hear us singing, bread and roses, bread and roses. As we come marching, we battle to for men, for they are women's children, and we mother them again. Our lives
And now, although I know Danielle would have sung a lovely song, the choirs was really amazing. And now we welcome up Daniel Lewis to introduce our Time for All Ages story.
I can say that Wendy is a definitely better singer than I am, but today we just have a little video for our Time for All Ages, so I hope you enjoy.
Hello, I am Allison Edwards, the author of Beat, Beat, Thump, and I'm going to read you this story that is about anxiety and how it feels in your body. And I wrote this story because I felt anxiety as a child, and I still sometimes feel it. And so I wanted to share how your body feels, and I hope that you all enjoy it. Beat, beat, thump. Notice his dog on the floor, probably not feeling anxious at the moment. First page, beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump is a sound deep in my chest that lets me know when something is wrong. It is my heart and it pounds, beat, beat, thump, beat, beat, thump. The pounding starts in my chest and then it moves up into my throat, into my head and inside my ears. It pounds behind my face and gets even louder. The sound gets so loud that I can't hear anything else. I keep trying to make it go away, but it won't. Beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump. Walking to school, hearing the sound. I know many of you walk to school hearing the sound. Beat, beat, thump. My heart goes beat, beat, thump every time someone at home says it's time to get ready for school and I don't want to go. Or my best friend says she would rather play with someone other than me. Or my teacher says we have a test and I forgot to study. That can be very scary when you forget to study for a test. Beat, beat, thump. I wonder if it will ever go away. I pat my hands on my knees and I tap. Beat, beat, thump. I stomp my feet to the rhythm. Beat, beat, thump. Do that right now on your legs. Beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump. You can play the song along with your heart. I breathe in slowly through my nose and it fades a little. I think about something that makes me happy and it fades some more. I remember the people who love me and it gets softer and softer. At night when I'm alone in bed, I put my hand on my heart and I tap loudly. I can hardly hear my heart when I feel safe and calm. When I think about all the fun things I will do tomorrow, I can feel my heart beating happily in the background. Look at all the things he's thinking about, all the things I can do tomorrow, and still the heart goes beat, beat, thump. When I think about the people I love, I feel it skipping softly with joy. All of the people he loves. Think of the people that you love. You can feel your heart, all the happiness. When I think of all the hard things I've done, I hear its strong, steady rhythm. All the hard things, and look at him. He's made it. Even when I'm afraid, even when I'm scared and confused, even when I think I can't do something, walking across the bridge, thinks he can't do it, but he can. My heart is always reminding me that it's right there with me, giving me the strength to make it through difficult times. His dog is giving him some support like my dog does. Beat, beat, thump is the sound of my fears, but is also the sound of my joy, the happiness, and the reminder that I am strong. Your heart also tells you you're strong. It's not only there when you worry, but it's also there when you're happy. Beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump. Tap your heart, your hand against your heart. Beat, beat, thump. Beat, beat, thump. The back of the book, it talks about being worried and having anxiety. And there's also a great resource bundle that you can get with this book. And you can do some activities. Thank you all for listening today. And I hope you liked the reading of Beat, Beat, Thump.
All right, and if you guys will join us, we will sing our children out.
Today, in Unitarian Universalist congregations all over the world, people will gather in an effort to, as best we can, what we profess about placing love at the center of all we do. What a magnificent challenge. We are currently living in times baiting us not to love. The social and political atmosphere in which we travel insidiously tempts us to find fault, place blame, point fingers, and increase that which can tear us apart. And yet, we practice a faith, often imperfectly, because we are human. But we continue to practice a faith where we were called to answer the question over and over again, what is the most loving thing I can do right now? What an astounding challenge. Oh, what an unbelievably vital attempt. What an incredibly needed beacon for the future of all of us. I invite you to join the choir in singing our journeying song.
Gentle, angry people.
are indeed. Singing for our lives, fighting for our lives. I think the last time I was here, you sang a Holly Near song. It's not a complaint, it's not a complaint, not a complaint. I'm so happy to be with you again this morning. So here we are, spring, although I wonder, looking out the windows, we used to have June gloom, now we've got May gray, and now it's actually raining in May. Someone forgot to tell the weather person that this is Southern California, where it rarely rains. But it is spring, and spring is the season of hope. We celebrate Passover and Easter and Naw Ruz. This year, Ramadan fell during this Easter season. There's always the Vernal Equinox. All over the world, people celebrate in the springtime. In India, the Festival of Colors. In Japan, the Cherry Blossom Festival. And in some cultures, spring is the beginning of their calendar year. And all of these celebrations echo the themes of rebirth and growth and renewal. For us, in Western cultures, spring is a season of awakening when the winter ice begins to melt, if you don't live in Southern California, when the sun's light returns to us, when the flowers bloom, and the chicks and the lamb and the bunny emerge. When I was in elementary school, spring was a time for Easter shopping. And I got a new dress with a crinoline that made the dress stand out and it would twirl. And I got new shoes, and for Easter it was always patent leather, either black or white, a hat, a purse, and sometimes gloves, because we were New Englanders and a bit more formal than most Southern Californians. Easter shopping was fun and an outward symbol of change. Change in the season, change in perspective. Winter was over, summer was coming, school would soon be out. As an adult, I don't get an Easter outfit. But spring usually means better weather, more outdoor activities like going to the Hollywood Bowl or it's the Irvine Bowl that's closer here, right? Yeah, and going to concerts outdoors, and lots of reasons for upbeat attitudes and a little more joy. This year, however, feels different. The joy, if present, is somewhat forced. And although spring is usually a season of hope, most of the conversations that I have been around sound like, I hope we survive. We are frightened, alarmed, and angry. Even people who welcome this new administration are saying, well, this is not what we expected. This is the season of the vernal equinox, where light and darkness are equal. Well, it's clear to me that equality this year is primarily atmospheric, and metaphorically, it is only aspirational. Socially, politically, economically, we are not even close to equality, and we are light years away from equity. Anne Lamott, in her musing from Facebook, wrote, "Spring is about a new life, much more light to see. Spring is a time to rebuild. But two things will carry the day. Millions of regular people like us, heartbroken and terrified, who care, saying no to power, and a glorious feeling of solidarity and camaraderie." This spring, it's important to speak up and speak out, to let your voice be heard, to bear witness to what we are seeing and hearing, and it's also important to do things safely and strategically. In a culture where blessing of the meal has morphed into sending photos to friends and family of what you're about to eat, it's hard to imagine guerrilla war against abuse of power. That does not include sharing all the plans with one's followers, but that's what we need now. What we need is no whining, no name calling, no yelling at people who really don't care. We need to be strategic. We need to recognize that some people don't care what we think. There are some who follow the adage, when in danger or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. I suggest you look around your circle of influence and do something strategic and impactful. Don't key that Tesla that's parked next to you. Sell your Tesla stock. Contribute to a political campaign. Join a coalition or an alliance to increase the range and power of your actions. Don't just rant. Share information and the impact of your news. Some people collapse in despair and depression. I want to join with you to do something that will make a difference. A colleague sent me the lyrics of a French resistance song. Some of these are, when they plan your life with rigid hand, where you lose yourself to their demand, when they make you dance to a sorrowed tune, like lovers parting far too soon, when you wake each day with no clear way and dreams feel lost in shades of gray, resist. When they ask you to forget your past, to deny the love that made it last, when you find no warmth, no spark, no dream, and silence drowns your midnight screams, resist. Prove you're here, that you belong. Seek your joy, chase it strong. Turn away from a world so cold, resist. Follow the fire that burns inside. This life is yours. Don't run and hide. Stand and fight. Refuse to fall. Resist. Heed your heart's true call. Resist, resist, resist. We need to resist the temptation to isolate. We need to resist the desire to collapse in despair. Resist the notion that there is only one way to fight. Resist the ease of talking into an echo chamber with people who agree with us. Resist the river of denial. Some people think the only way to resist is to march in the street, to yell and scream and call names, to express your outrage in social media. That helps emotionally, but it's not as useful as listening for the loopholes in the enemy's rhetoric. Remembering that everyone does not want to be kind and grace-filled to all people. Everyone doesn't want that. That some people seek revenge rather than justice. They seek affluence rather than equity. They want banishment rather than inclusion. They blame the victim. They shouldn't be so demanding. They shouldn't be so needy or so poor or so jobless or so homeless or so sick. Others draw the line and say, well, it's not my problem. Martin Niemöller was a Lutheran pastor in Germany in the 1920s and 30s, and he was a Nazi sympathizer. But after Adolf Hitler came to power, Niemöller became an outspoken critic of Hitler, which landed him in one of the camps. He survived the camps, and he's best remembered for his reflections after he made this shift in perspective. He said, first they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I wasn't in a trade union. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I am not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. This statement underscores the importance of speaking out for others, even if their struggles don't impact you directly. We must resist oppression of all kinds, and we must be strategic in our resistance. strategic so that we can dance for hope, for a world renewed. Dance for those who fear to move. Dance for hearts that long to rise, for love, for light, for open skies. How can we dance, though, when the world feels like it's crumbling around us? I believe we need to remember that nothing is all bad. Nothing is all good. Some things don't come easily, and some things don't come quickly. So we must commit to a long and strategic guerrilla war. And we must take care of ourselves and one another in the process. So think, what brings you joy? You don't have to be happy all the time, but there are moments that make your heart smile, and we must grab onto those moments. What nurtures your soul? What grounds you? What calms you? When are you your best self? Now, I'm my very best self when everyone does exactly what I tell them to do and gives me exactly what I want. So I'm going for my second best self. Now, you may want to take a 6-month cruise, but think about what you can do in the 6 minutes you have before you must fix dinner, or pick up the kids, or sign on to the Zoom meeting, or run to the store, or talk to your accountant. Soldiers learn to sleep when they have the opportunity. We need to learn to grab onto joy when it's there, because we never know when it's going to be snatched from us. We never know when we're going to have to stay awake and stay alert. During these troubled times, we must remain vigilant, because we don't know who or what will be endangered next. So we must keep our minds and bodies and spirits whole. Do you know what you need? Do you know what you can do? So think about a 9-cell grid. Now, someone pointed out to me, this is not a 9-cell grid, Kikanza, can't you count? There's 16 cells. Well, 9 empty cells, a grid with 9 cells and labels, you picky people. So we've got mind, body, spirit across the top, and rest, nutrition, exercise down the side. And there's several ways that you can use this. You can collaborate on ideas. What can you do to fill up these cells? You can assess what you do, fill them up, and say, that's pretty good. For example, with exercise for the body, thinking about it every morning at the same time is a good start. And you can also look at, kind of slow on that one. You can look at it, see where the gaps are, and decide what you need to do. Today, my suggestion is that you focus on the cell that marks the intersection of spirit and nutrition. Down to spirit, over to nutrition. All right, so what do you do to feed your soul? What food does your spirit need? See if you can list 4 things. See if you can identify activities that don't require tools, lots of time, travel, or other people. I know for some of you extroverts that might be really hard, but work on it. But just 4 things. If 4 seems like a big number, go for 3 or 2. But what do you do to feed your spirit? Now, it may take a while to come up with the 4 things. As you complete the whole chart, you may think of things that you might do, or think of things that you used to do. For handwork, like crafts or puzzles, stitch work, like sewing and needlework and crochet, artwork, painting, sculpting, origami, playing with Play-Doh, cooking, internet research, writing, playing with ChatGPT. Have you ever written a poem with ChatGPT? That is big fun. All you have to remember is garbage in, garbage out. You want something great from them, you got to do some thinking to put it in there. Listening to music, making music, dancing to music, audiobooks, reading books on your Kindle, reading books with paper, doing something in nature, turning off the TV, going on a news fast, or mindlessness, turning on the TV and let it watch you as you fall asleep. All of these things might be ways to nurture your spirit. So this week, I challenge you to notice soul nurturing moments. Just not big things, but small things that feed your soul, that make your heart smile. Flowers budding, hummingbirds hovering, a sunset, the sound of wind chimes, a baby's laughter, a cloud formation, 2 bites of something absolutely delicious. Anything that invites you to pause, to breathe and say, wow, or just, Take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. We need each and every one of us to resist, to fight, to win. This spring is extraordinarily important because in addition to remembering the hope of Easter and Passover and Naw Ruz, we must hold on to hope for the nation, hope for our people, hope so that we can armor ourselves, not with an Easter bonnet, but with information, strategy, and guerrilla tactics. Dance for hope. Dance for a world renewed. Dance for those who fear to move. Dance for hearts that long to rise, for love, for light, for open skies. Resist, my friends, and take care of yourselves and one another.
So this song is in Zulu, so we got to practice. We haven't done this one for a while. So Siaham, Akukanyen, Kwenkos. Siaham, Akukanyen, Kwenkos. Siaham, Akukanyen, Kwenkos. Siaham, Akukanyen, Kwenkos. Okay, you're ready. Please rise as you're able in body or spirit. Tom and I just came back from Southern Africa, and Africans do not just sing. They always sing and dance. So let's see what you can do. Siahama kukanyan kwankos. Siahama kukanyan kwankos. Siahama kukanyan kwankos. Siahama kukanyan kwankos. Siahama, siahama, oh, siahama kukanyan kwankos. Siahama, siahama, oh, siahama kukanyan kwankos. Marching, marching, we are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of love. We are marching, marching, we are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of love.
Okay, so if you want to start with exercise, you just had some. How did that feel to dance and sing at the same time? Now is the time where we have our offertory, and I want you to know that Unitarian Universalist congregations are fully self-supporting, meaning that members and friends raise all of the funds for our operating budget ministries, and programs of the church, and we are ever grateful for your gifts of time, treasure, and talent. OCUUC amplifies that spirit of generosity by sharing the plate with an organization that shares our values. And this month, it is May, and we are celebrating and sharing with the Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry of California, which works towards a collective liberation by supporting the use of powerful network of UUs in California, putting our faith into action in accountable relationships with our coalition partners. So it is coordinated resistance, and that is who we are sharing the plate with this week and this month. There are multiple ways in which you can contribute. You can write a check, you can go through our website, or you can use an app called Vanco Mobile. And if you're a roomer, you can also use the basket that's about to come around, because that also still works, amazingly enough. The choice is yours, and all the information is on our website should you need it. And as always, thank you so much for your generosity.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land, marching up to freedom land. There are words like freedom, sweet and wonderful to say. On my heartstrings freedom sings, all day, every day. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on singing, keep on shouting, marching up to freedom land, marching up to freedom land. There are words like liberty that almost makes me cry. If you had known what I know, you would know why.
I cannot turn around, no. I cannot turn around, no. I cannot turn around,
No turning back,
I cannot turn around,
no turning back,
I cannot turn around,
no turning back,
I cannot turn around,
no turning back. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me, turn me, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, keep on singing, keep on shouting, marching up to freedom land, marching up to freedom land.
I just have to say, choir, you sound good every day, every Sunday, but today you sound extra special. Really good. So let's take a quick moment to let us sing We Gather Together, a song that expresses our gratitude for the many gifts that we share. Gathered together, we
Gather as one for peace, love, and justice for everyone. We give from our hearts to show that we care. We can change lives with what we share.
Now is a time when we honor the important events in our lives. You are invited, one and all, whether you are a member, a friend, or a visitor, to participate in our weekly ritual of joys and sorrows. So let's just take a pause, take a moment, take a deep breath. Perhaps you come here today holding something very close to your heart. Moments from the last days or hours that have struck you to your core. If you would like to honor such a profound joy or sorrow, you are invited to do so. If you are here in the room with us, a roomer, you are invited to come forward and light your candle. If you would like to share a joy or sorrow, you can write it on the slip of paper provided by our ushers, and they are around. Just raise your hand if you would like and share something. If you're a Zoomer, you're invited to write your joy or sorrow in the chat. And once the roomers are done lighting candles, I'll read all these joys and sorrows out loud. So, as the music is played, I invite you to silently offer your healing or your celebration as you feel called to do that. And roomers, if you're ready to light a candle, you can come on forward. We'll start with some offerings on Zoom. And Marilyn F. says she has a sorrow. Her friend Judy Parson died at age 104. She was a code breaker in the World War, and we taught together from 1965 to 1970 at North Allegheny High School in Pittsburgh. We remained friends for 60 years, and she is featured today on CBS Sunday Morning as a renowned person who recently passed. I will miss her. From Phyllis D., a candle of memory for Sybil Steisen's Sabbath. Known to many de Benneville people, I was honored to join her family in remembering her yesterday, thanks to Kathy Nygaard, who took me there. Keep her in your thoughts. And Sarah S., or Sarah H., rather, has a joy, many joys. Her grandson Finn graduated from middle school as a valedictorian. Abby, her granddaughter, has been accepted to Georgia State University. Nico, her granddaughter, is going to Agnes Scott College, her alma mater, and she was awarded a full scholarship. Wow! And my sister Mary, her husband, and 2 doodles are coming, so 4 dogs at my house. And anybody that's on Zoom, I'm going to read the rumors, and if you have anything to add, please feel free, and I'll check it at the end again. So Judith S. has a sorrow. Jean Forbath died last week. She and a few congregants from her Catholic congregation started the work that became Share Ourselves. So that is a legacy, and they continue to do her work in her absence from this world. And from Elizabeth K., a sorrow. Please send support and love to a dear friend and colleague. Her whole apartment building burnt to the ground Thursday evening. Everything was lost, including her precious kittens. She is hurting, confused, and emotionally struggling. Please keep her and her boyfriend in your thoughts as she recovers from this tragedy. Alejandro shares a sorrow. Please light a candle of hope. I ask the congregation to pray for my roommate and his mom, who suffered a massive heart attack at only 48 years old and is recovering from surgery but still has a way to go. April and Corey have a joy to share. It was a joy to attend the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Victoria, BC, Canada last Sunday and be in the company of like-minded people who welcomed us California Unitarians. Thank you, Canada. And Meg W. has a joy welcoming Scott Armstrong to our service today. Scott is a long time extra special member of this church. Say it.
After 5 years, so appreciative, period. It's not as nice out there.
Aw, Scott, thank you. I hope it's nicer for you this week. Yeah. We have a joy from Linda S. She's having a longtime friend and longtime OCUC member, Scott Armstrong, visiting us today in the service. That deserved 2 honorings for sure. Simone B. says that today's flowers are in honor of her son's birthday and the end of World War II. for all the joys and sorrows spoken and unspoken. Let us hold in love all the joys and celebrations, all the hurts and sadness. Let our joys remind us to be thankful, our concerns remind us to hope, and our sorrows remind us to connect with each other. I'll read that again. May our sorrows invite us to connect with each other. Let all of these moments remind us that we are not alone. And I would like to welcome Lori up to the pulpit for, in the spirit of prayer or meditation, she has an offering for us.
Belonging. And if it's true we are alone together, the way blades of grass are alone, but exist as a field. Sometimes I feel it, the green fuse that ignites us, the wild thrum that unites us, an inner hum that reminds us of our shared humanity. Just as 35 trillion red blood cells join in one body to become one blood. Just as 136,000 notes make up one symphony. Alone as we are, our small voices weave into the one big conversation. Our actions are essential to the one infinite story of what it is to be alive. When we feel alone, we belong to the grand communion of those who sometimes feel alone. We are the dust that hopes, a rising of dust, a thrill of dust, the dust that dances in the light with all the other dust, the dust that makes the world.
Thank you, Lori. Let us join together as we extinguish the flame of our chalice and say these words. We extinguish our chalice
But not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Thank you for joining us this morning. If you are a guest or a visitor or someone who has not yet been known to us, I invite you to become part of this beloved community. And if you would like to know more about our church, we invite you to stop by the welcome table in the courtyard. And I believe by courtyard, I think I actually mean inside the building today. No, I don't. Okay, Sarah's shaking her head. We have moved the welcome table back outside, and you can meet somebody there after the service. Or you can also contact online at hello at ocuc.org, and we will help you get connected. Zoomers, you are welcome to stay online after and chat with each other, and we want everyone to feel part of this beloved community, so please reach out. And for announcements today, I just have one, but then I'm inviting somebody else up here for the rest of the announcements. But I will tell you that Marilyn, where did she go? Oh, okay. Marilyn has gone back to maybe sign the book again, perhaps. But I wanted to let you know that if you would like to participate in the congregational meeting, which is coming up on June 9th, then this is the time for you to become a member. If you've been sitting on the fence and you would like to vote about something, now is the time to become an actual member. And now I would like to invite up some guests. We'll start with Craig.
Thank you, Wendy. Hi, everyone. I'm giving the monthly update on our new sanctuary. There's been a lot of activity this past month. We're in week number 35, if you can believe that. We've got the driveways finished, if you noticed as you drove in this morning. They look beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for your patience while we had to deal with that. We also have had the main electrical connection has been made in the new building, which is a huge thing to accomplish, because now they can test all the systems and get everything closer to actual working. We've had a new irrigation valve put in. If you notice in our other driveway, there's a new scar in our driveway. They put in a whole new valve for that. We have the sanctuary floors have been polished and sealed. They look awesome. They say we're 6 to 8 weeks from completion, so keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope that that's true. And we have a time-lapse video by Steve Morihiro, which we'll view now. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Looking great. Next, we're going to have Tom and Nancy come up and talk about the pledge. No? Oh, pardon me, the auction. The pledge was last week.
So, mark your calendars. It's May 17th, the evening. That's when our next auction is. How many of you have been to an auction here before? Okay, so it's easier if I see who's never been to an auction here? Oh, a few here. Okay, well, we'll look for you that Saturday night. It's a lot of fun.
A week from Saturday.
A week from, yeah, the 17th. So there's a couple things you need to do. One is if you plan on coming and you plan on eating, you need to sign up for it and tell us whether you're going to just buy a ticket and eat, or if you're going to bring something to share, in which case you don't have to pay anything. We need you to do that. The other thing you really need to do is put something together that you want to see auctioned off. It might be a dinner, it might be a tour of a neighborhood, it might be an event going on in somewhere around town. It could be just about anything. Maybe it's a basket that you want to prepare. Whatever it happens to be, we need to get that on our list now. There's instructions and is there going to be a class afterwards?
Yeah.
There's going to be a session afterwards to show you how our auction works and how you can sign up for it. But we're going to do a little sample auction for you right now. So we stopped this morning at our favorite bakery in downtown Orange and got two, what do they call it, berry croissants?
Very croissant.
They're beautiful. And the starting bid on this is going to be what we paid for them, $9 each. They better be damn good. So who will give me $9 for one of them? 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, we got too many. Okay, $10, 11. Let's up it, $15. 1, 2, 3. We're going to $17. I see two hands over here. $17. Craig wants 4 of them. We only have 2. Those 2 right there. You've got it. $17 each. That's how the auction works. So be there. Isn't that, it's on the 17th and they bid 17. And they bid $17. Kismet. We made $34 on that. So that's how the auction works. We'll see you on the 17th, dinner, then the auction. Enjoy.
Where's your table, Meg?
I'll make it outside.
Okay.
Perfect.
And we're doing 50-50.
Anyone who wants to buy 50?
Ah, okay, good.
What does that mean?
We need items and we need to know who's coming. So,
The 50-50 auction, real quick. You can buy tickets, and at the end of the auction, we'll draw a ticket, and you win all the money in there, or half the money in there. No, we'll already have removed the half we're going to keep.
I always win it, so you don't have to.
And it's in, and the registration is in the Victoria Room. Got it? Okay, we'll see you at the auction.
Thank you for those announcements. And now I welcome up once again the Reverend Kikanza Nuri-Robins.
Well, thank you again for your invitation and your welcome and your hospitality. So our service this morning is over here. Our service to the world, to ourselves, continues. So go, my friends, go in peace, serve with love, and remember that resistance is part of our legacy. We can't stop. We can't give up. We have to find joy and dance along the way, but resist.